How's it going, everyone? It's Tommy from Coaching 101. In today's video, we're going to take you through how to progress lateral plyometrics or frontal plane plyometrics. If you're an athlete who's involved in a multi-directional sport or just a general person who trains and wants to add a little bit of variety to their power work, jump work, plyometric work, then this video will definitely be of help to you. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see more, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. There'll be a lot more videos similar to this in the future. Now, before we get into any progressions, the first thing that we need to know is how to land correctly. If you don't know how to absorb force, how the hell are we going to produce force? A simple drill while still working the lateral movement would be just focused on landing mechanics. When we talk about landing mechanics, what we talk about is the hip, knee and ankle to stay online, because the structure is a lot more solid than if the knee were to cave in or the foot to be rolled over. So phase one of lateral plyometrics would be to take off on one leg and land on the opposite leg. So easy demo would be to start on the right, load the hip up, like you're about to shoot the hips during maybe a jump or some type of sprint. And then from there, you're going to take the opposite leg off. You're going to produce force, hold, land on that side, again with the hip, knee and ankle, bang on line. Once you develop the ability to absorb force, we can then go on and produce force. Next drill we could go through would be potentially phase two, where we learn to react to the landing and take off to the opposite side. So just progressing that previous drill further. If we take off on the right, same again, load the hip up, drop into that like you're about to explode up. As soon as you touch on the left side, hold onto the opposite side. So as soon as you're landing, you're not sticking the landing no more. If your landing mechanics are good to go, you can then absorb the force and produce it straight back to propel yourself to the opposite side. Now, just like you would in strength training, where you either manipulate the load, example would be adding 2.5 kilos on to your movement per week, or example, adding reps. So maybe potentially adding 1 rep per week, okay? Just like plyometrics, we can probably do the same things. We can also manipulate the distance and the height. If we manipulate the distance between the hurdles, that in its own forces the athlete to produce further force, either laterally and also vertically, because now they have to, 1, clear the hurdles height, and 2, land correctly on the opposite side. So, simple drill progression from no hurdles would be to produce force, just landing either side of the hurdles, and we just slowly start to gradually take the hurdles further and further apart. Okay, same example, one side, produce force, hold. The more you take the hurdles out, the more you're asking the athlete to produce more force off that single leg. If you want to manipulate the load or the reps even further, you can add potentially a medicine ball or some type of load to the jump. This again forces the athlete to produce a lot more force due to the added load being added to their body weight. So now we got to clear the hurdle in terms of lateral movement, also the height. But now we have an extra load added on there that we now need to produce more force to. Again, if you add a load and the mechanics of the jump change or the landing, it may be too heavy. But if you can manage to keep that hip, knee and ankle in line, you're still loading up that hip. What I would suggest is keeping the load to one side. As you switch and produce force to the opposite side hurdle, change the position that you're going to hold the ball just to counterbalance that. So if we do a quick example, producing force, extend over, hold, and then relax it there. Once you feel an athlete has mastered phase one, which would be landing mechanics, phase two, which would be producing force without any added height or load, then progress to maybe some mini hurdles or some type of object to go over. You've played with the distance to a point where there is wider and you can still nail the landing and the force. You've also added load to the movement. Then I would probably say you can start to manipulate the height a little bit more and then progress through the same procedure that we went through with the mini hurdles. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel for future videos. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave them in the comments. I hope you enjoyed today's video on lateral plyometric progressions, and I will see you in the next one.